In today's video, we're going to talk about a recent sale we made in a 55 plus community, and we're going to talk about how we think the market has changed and shifted with the higher interest rates in the state of the economy. Watch all the way to the end. We'll give you all the tips on the sale. Hi, my name is Michael Smith. I'm a real estate agent in Scottsdale, Arizona in the greater Phoenix area. In today's video, we're going to talk about a recent sale that we made in a 55 plus community. It was in Trilogy. Actually, my clients bought me the hat here. And it was in Peoria. And I just want to talk a little bit about the transaction and how things are probably going to change moving forward. Now, Trilogy is a really popular master plan community. There's a few of them in the Arizona, and it's really known for its great amenities, things to do, tons of activities. At this particular community they bought in, there was two clubhouses, there's dining, there's things to do, there's yoga, there's even a spa. There's just a ton of things. There's pickleball, tennis, you name it, indoor pool, outdoor pool, fitness center, just a ton of things for people to do. Now, originally when my clients started looking, they weren't looking in a 55 plus community, and they were from Seattle, so they weren't familiar with the Valley, other than the fact that they had friends in Scottsdale. Now, their budget wasn't big enough to accommodate Scottsdale for this particular purchase, so we were looking at some other areas, and the wife just happened to have a friend that lived in Peoria at Trilogy and really liked it. And she went to high school with her and was excited to be able to spend some time with her while she's in Arizona. So let me share my screen and show you the property. So this is the property we ended up picking, and my clients had very particular things that they were looking for. Number one thing that they wanted that I knew would be hardest to get was the pool. Number two is they wanted a 3-bedroom. Now, in most 55 and up communities, 2 bedrooms are the primary way the homes were built. Most of them, or many of them, not all, will have a den. Now, this particular home had a den, and that was big enough to accommodate a bed and make a bedroom out of it. Not all the dens in Trilogy would accommodate that. And then again, many communities, the dens would just be a small office, maybe even just a storage area. But this particular home, we decided that, we had to have that, and we had to have a pool. So we were really limited on the homes that we could make an offer on. Now, I would go out and do some video walkthroughs when they weren't here, and then the wife would come back out and we would screen through some of the properties. When this particular property showed up, they were really excited about having a pool that was already built in, because some of the homes we were looking at, we were going to have the added expense of adding a pool. And we did find homes that we liked, but adding the pool was going to be an expense. And right now, the way things have gone up with inflation, you used to be able to build a standard pool for $50,000. Now it's probably $75,000, and it takes a year to get the work done. Plus the fact that they weren't going to be here full time, that was kind of an issue for them. So they were willing to be more aggressive on this home than they would have been on some others, only because it had the things that they really wanted. And once we got into the home and saw how clean it was, it even grew their excitement level even more. Now, once we narrowed it down to this home, I immediately called the other selling agent, and she said they did have another offer on it. And this was the first day after the home went on the market. And she said that they were going to do an open house over the weekend, and that was a red flag for me. I knew that meant that they were going to try to bring in more offers on this property, and I needed to go and make sure that my clients had a good chance to get this property. So I drove over to the open house. I introduced myself to the agent. I stayed around the open house for over an hour just so they knew I was serious. I was able to explain about my clients, why they love the home, and why they would be great buyers for this particular property. The ability for me to build a little bit of a relationship with this agent made the transaction easier in the end, but that wasn't a guarantee that we were going to get it. Now, they were asking $769,000, and my clients came in at $775 right off the bat. Now, when you're going into some of these communities with a lot of amenities, you have to be aware of what you're going to be paying when you come in. Now, one of the things that made my clients willing to pay more than what they were asking on a particular property is this particular community had a low HOA of $259 a month with all the amenities that they had compared to other places where we were looking. You didn't have any fees to pay every month guaranteed for, like some of the country clubs, for social memberships and for other, other add-ons. Country club, $50,000, $20,000, $10,000 country club fees or any of that. There's a public golf course right outside the community that basically works with the community, and as you drive into the community, it's right there and it's really close. So you can go over there and eat, you can play golf and do all these things, but you didn't have to pay for the golf course. Now the community is in the process of trying to buy that golf course, but it hasn't happened yet. So in the meantime, there's another big fee that we have to consider, this capital improvement fee. Whenever you're going into a community that has a lot of amenities, they're going to have some type of a capital improvement fee. Some are even going to have a second or possibly third HOA. And again, this community has two guard gated entrances. It's got so many things you can't even believe it. You could have fun and do things nonstop and never run out of things to do. And again, if you want to golf, you just go next door and play golf, but you're not paying for it every month when you're not going to use it. So that's one thing that I think is going to change right now in the market. Things like this capital improvement fee, things like home inspections, negotiations during home inspections. Now, home inspections are not out there to negotiate the purchase price, but for a while there, you couldn't even get the sellers to make any repairs because they had other offers they could go to and drop your offer. So what I see moving forward is I see people that are going to be able to get a discount on the purchase price. I see them being able to get a home warranty. Now, this seller was not willing to provide a home warranty for my clients, so I ended up buying one because they were really concerned about the pool equipment and they've never owned a pool. And I just wanted to give them a little bit of comfort. So we got them a home warranty for a year that covered the swimming pool. It's not a cheap warranty. It costs us around $950 for 1 year. Anyway, another thing, so this capital improvement fee. Now, normally capital improvement fees go toward the benefit of the buyer and therefore are most often paid for by the buyer coming into the community. And when the seller came into the community, most likely they paid for it. But I see down the road that more and more people are going to be splitting or sharing the cost or maybe even negotiating it in the price of the home, the capital improvement fee. That's something that's a large amount of money for many people coming into a community. It does affect the home. So if the home is priced right, like this home we felt was underpriced for what they had. In other words, the same exact home without a swimming pool, but with a little bit better lot, was priced for more than this home. So by the time my clients would have to build the pool and do all the other things, they thought this home was fairly priced for what they wanted, and it checked all their boxes. So we went in and offered more money than they were asking. We also wrote an escalation clause stating that we would be willing to pay a certain amount over the purchase price up to a limited amount, subject to another offer coming in. Now those things I think are going away. I don't think we're going to have that right now in the market. I think you're going to be able to possibly get a discount on some homes. Again, if they're overpriced, you're probably going to be able to get a reduced price. If they're all fixed up, a move-in ready and check all the boxes for a majority of the people, they're going to be sold real quick. And again, with the swimming pool, there's so few homes with the pool, especially in 55 and up communities, that it is going to be harder and you're going to have to be more aggressive on your pricing, your offer if you want a pool. So anyway, those are the things that I think are going to change going forward. You're going to be able to negotiate more on the inspection. And in this particular contract, we were able to negotiate some things that needed to be repaired. Stressing this very strongly, inspection periods are not a place to negotiate the purchase price. It's primarily for items in the home that need to be repaired, that are safety issues. And basically, we had a garage door that had been damaged. It wasn't opening and closing properly, and that could fall and hurt someone. It was a 400-pound door because it was custom door, and some electrical issues that we had to have fixed, and some pool issues. those were issues that, you know, the seller was able to, we were able to negotiate with the seller and he was able to take care of. So again, I think it's going to be easier for buyers moving forward to purchase a home. Some homes you're going to be able to get a discount. We may even see some price reductions if the home is overpriced. And I think that's what we're going to see going forward. Now, again, 55 and up communities, though, are slightly different than the general public because 55 and up communities have more people that have saved their whole lives to buy their retirement home or their final home, and many of them pay cash. So that's going to be one thing that's different from the general public buying a regular home. We appreciate you watching this video. Just take a look at some of our other stuff. We're just out here trying to provide information for people, especially people that aren't local. We'd really love the opportunity to earn your real estate business. And we'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel and comment on any of the videos below. Thanks again for watching.